Hey there, guys and dolls. You go, Uncle Christian here. Uh, well, it's the new year with a new review, and it's the interview. Woo! And now you asking yourself, Uncle Christian, what's happening? Is there gonna be like a spoiler review and like a non-spoiler review? No. Did something fuck up? Yes. God damn it! Stop having these fuck ups. Well, I'm sorry. Nothing I can do about that. It's just something that's going to happen. Hopefully, not a frequent thing. As you can tell, nothing of that has happened only twice. Or, yeah, only two fuck ups, if I can recall. One for Escape from Tomorrow, and the other being Ju-on. Yeah, those were like the only two fuck ups. Now, this one time, it wasn't technically my fault. Me and Elisa were using her computer for the mic. We set up the editing software inside her computer. And, well, for some reason, we don't sound too good. I thought it wasn't going to be too bad, but then as I listened to it, it's like, oh, well, shit, almost sounds as close to being bad as Escape from Tomorrow. When you listen, you'll hear it. Yeah, well, like I said, from time to time, there could be some fuck ups, but hopefully this one is not too bad as usual. Uh, yeah. I'm sorry. Right now, I can tell you that I invested in a new mic, so hopefully things will not fuck up anymore. So, like the old saying goes, I hope you all enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dr. Netflix. I'm your host, Chris Alonso. With me is my beautiful, lovely girlfriend, Elisa.
Hello.
So, today we're going to review the interview, yeah, on Netflix. Can you believe that already? Can you believe that? Man, like, it was in theaters, then it came on Netflix.
Isn't it still in theaters?
I don't know.
I should check.
We do this right now.
Yeah.
I thought you have a little bit of spiel going to go on.
Well, now you made me curious. It's your fault.
Well,
Shouldn't have said that.
can at least explain what the interview is?
You can explain it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, for those who don't know what the interview is all about, it's basically with Seth Rogen and James Franco, and there's some kind of a media talk show kind of a show.
It is in theaters, by the way.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, so it still is. Probably still in some small theaters, but yeah, anyhow. And I guess to I don't know get more not more ready, but to be like more of a serious what you call it, more serious kind of talk show, whatever. They want to interview the great Kim Jong Un, whatever. Well, while going over there, they got intercepted by the CIA, and the CIA said like, hey, you got assassinated Kim Jong Un during the interview. Like what? And that's how straightforward that it will go. And yeah.
Okay, so my impression of this movie is Seth Rogen, he got really jealous of Jonah Hill with 21 and 22 Jump Street, and he was probably like, man, I could do that much better. So he called up his buddy James Franco, said, James Franco, will you be my Channing Tatum? And James Franco was probably like, hell yeah. So he created this little story, and now we have the interview. And I gotta say, no. No, he couldn't do it better than Jonah Hill.
That you got your entire impression of the fact like he tried to be too much Jonah Hill. That's your thing going on.
I mean, as far as Seth Rogen goes, to me, he always has been and always will be dead weight to me. We could have replaced him with anyone else, and it still would have been a great movie because James Franco is awesome.
Really, and the interview was a great movie.
I don't think it was a great movie. I thought it was fun to watch James Franco.
I would say more in the second half than the first half.
I would say the first half too, but yeah, they're doing this whole like little 21 Jump Street where they're making up words and stuff and like just saying weird things.
I guess. I don't know. Like I gotta say, we're almost gonna be in war with North Korea. War with North Korea. And we're like, you know what? This movie better blow me away. This movie better it better like, rock my socks and whatnot. And I'm not judging by that, but I'm just saying, we were this close. You can't see. Nobody can see outside. But pretty much we were so close to getting in the war with North Korea by a movie, and in fact, like it better be like the greatest movie of all time. Yeah, it's not the greatest movie of all time. Like, wow, we almost got in a fucking war because of this bullshit. Like I said, I'm not judging the movie by that. I'm just saying, like, wow. And
Well, Seth Rogen wrote, directed, produced this movie. I don't know how much you can possibly expect from something that he created.
that is true. That's kind of very true. And like, I don't know. I guess the way I just kind of see, because I think the kind of thing kind of going around of, I guess people saying like, what are you talking about? This is gonna be some kind of not catchy, but like a kind of way to get into more streaming kind of value. This entire movie say like, hey, instead of putting it in theaters, let's try to put it like in streaming and what have you. And I think they're trying to do that with like I forgot which other movie. I forgot what it was, but I think it was a Brett Ratner movie. I can't remember. But pretty much they want to do like an entire streaming kind of thing. Like you could watch it like in not just in theaters, but also like in your TV and in the comfort in your own home. And I think they were going to do that, but like theaters like, oh, well then, fuck you, we're not gonna show it your movie in theaters whatsoever. And so, you know what? I think this is me just kind of just spitballing here, but I think this was, I think like Columbia's own way of, oh well, Sony's because yeah, it was Sony's own way like how we can get this movie not in theaters, but how we can stream it to try not to exactly put it out in theaters. You know what? We can make a movie about the assassination of Kim Jong Un. Genius! That's this entire thing is all about. It's like, and when I kind of first heard about that, like, man, that probably it. After watching that, yeah, this is the only reason why it's on streaming because if it was in theaters, it probably wouldn't have done like as good. But I bet you now they're probably rolling that fucking money. They have to be.
Yeah, now this movie's gonna live on forever, basically.
It's gonna be known as a movie that almost got into war with North Korea.
And all the future generations are gonna be very curious and be fascinated by this movie, and they're gonna call it a masterpiece.
And I'm telling you right now, like I'm okay. Despite all of those things, like I just want a movie as kind of cold as like I am not gonna go in this in some kind of prejudgment about the whole movie because of all of this. That's what I did. I gotta watch it just as a movie. As a movie, it's just okay for me.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. The whole like premise of me to me is pretty stupid, and like the whole thing is ridiculous, but that's to me what makes it funny. That's just a big joke. I don't think they do it as well as 21 Jump Street.
That's I think that's kind of my problem with the movie itself. Like, it's probably a whole big joke about that. And, like, well, not like like a satire, just like a whole big joke. I guess my problem is that how they make Kim Jong Un. I think they're making too much of a straight person. I guess you could say like a straight man, if you will. I kind of want like Kim Jong Un, like at least this particular version of him, to be like a little more over the top. Like he's not. He's just like okay. Well, they make him as like this. I don't want to say the kind of vicious kind of a character, but like I mean, they feel like that. That's I feel like only like like I thought it could be a little more like over the topness or something.
Maybe they just made him look like just a normal person
Yeah, like
with normal problems.
yeah, like you're like probably. It's like I'll probably hang out with Kim Jong Un. He looked like a pretty cool dude. That won't make it look like I'm like okay.
You know who he reminds me of?
Hmm.
Cartman from South Park.
See,
You can imagine Cartman growing up if cartoons ever grew up. You can imagine him being the leader of somewhere and like being really cool, but at the same time being like really fucked up and cold.
and I wish they would have made like this particular version like a much more over the top character. That's what I really wish. I was like, okay, he's just an okay character, but like I think it's more kind of towards like at the end, we go like, like all that is like, You should have built on a little more onto that. Like you should have like made it's got a little more crazy kind of outward.
I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know. And I also loved how they made Eminem look like. I think he's a trooper for that. I think Eminem is amazing. How he played along and just made a joke out of himself. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I also thought it was funny how Seth Rogen is the one that gets laid. You know, that some would actually from first sight want to fuck him. To me, that's funny. I mean, you can really tell he wrote the movie because he gets a hot chick and she actually wants him. Like, no way in hell.
Well,
Especially over James Franco.
the one thing, another thing I would say about the movie that like my favorite part would have to be just James Franco. Like, just more in the second half than he is in the first half. Because the first half he's like really dumb. Like he seems like too much of a stoner. That like he's just too dumb. I'm like I don't really care because feel like they're going that kind of stereotype of a
Well, it's a
the
normal James Franco movie.
of those kind of talk show kind of movies and not talk show movies, those talk show kind of a host. I thought as I felt like like oh like he's just dumb and like he's a party a lot. I don't know. It's like all talk show hosts do that, but like I was like But like when it get to the kind of North Korea, I thought he kind of picked it up from there. I thought he was like a little more freely with it. It's like you know what, James Franco, no, all right.
I don't know. Some of the way that they did it was kind of odd to me. Like the one party scene in the beginning, it was
Yeah.
like 2 seconds, and then they cut it off, and it was just like
That was
really awkward.
That was really weird editing. I didn't really like that because like, okay, we're gonna see them party, and then like they're done. Like what?
And they did that a few times in the movie. There was another time, but I can't remember.
It's the part where they kind of in the tank, whatever.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, like, just the editing in this movie is kind of awkward. It's just weird and like, okay, why'd you even put this in here?
Like I said, yes, for me the movie was just okay. Like I thought, I thought it was just okay fine. Like I wasn't laughing like throughout the whole thing of it. Like I thought like the first part of it's like okay, and I thought just overall the movie like really I in some ways I wish this movie was more of a satire more than actual a straight up comedy, if you will. Because it's like okay, like just a straight comedy, just it's just okay. That's about it. If they make a kind of satire like Team America, I thought the way Team America did with the entire premise of like yeah these are war police and the fact they're going up against like terrorism and their own like what fucking Kim Jong Kim Jong
I don't know.
it's something like Kim Jong Il or something like that. But I just like I like their version of that. The fact like that's when you say the of if Carmen was kind of real, like it was kind of growing up. Kim Jong Il, I think. That's why I see like Carmen as like he goes, I'm so wee. That's what I thought. Okay, that's the best. Like that's what you say about that, the whole Carmen thing. That's what I see. Over here, just like yeah, like like this Kim Jong Un was like yeah, he seemed okay. Like he seemed like as strange as it is to say, a kind of cool kind of person to kind of hang out with, I guess.
Well, I think the whole thing, like they said, that he was honeypotting James Franco
Yeah.
or honey dicking. Uh, so I think the whole point, like, was that he was fake and manipulative, and like trying to make it seem like he is great and his country isn't as bad as everyone is saying it is. Like it's all lies to just kind of get a good interview. So that part I got. I was kind of confused. I don't know what the point of this movie is because there's like a lot of mixed messages here and there. Like, I don't know, America kind of seems fucked up. And at the same time, Korea seems fucked up.
You want to know what the real message of this movie here, the girl?
I don't think there is one.
There is. There is. I tell you which one. Money, my dear girl. Money, 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 money. You're gonna make money. How we make money? Well, we do this. Oh, that could have really great publicity. Yes, yes, it is, my dear boy. Yes, it is. They were gonna make us really good money, 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 money. That is true message of the entire movie. They probably kind of knew that like it's not gonna make a whole ton of money, cause let's
Yeah, it's Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about it. Like, it was just like any other like kind of a Seth Rogen kind of film. I think it would make like too much money. Like, it probably make just okay, but not too much of it. Like, that's that's the kind of how it looks like, and that's how it kind of feels like. Just the fact it had like, all this entire build up of a press within it, that would I think, like I said, well, I'm not too sure how they done it, like in streaming values or whatever, but I probably just made a whole lot more through all of that rather than to the movies or what have you. Because you have I think like right now during this time, well, a couple weeks back, but still like we're like in kind of Oscar season, pretty much. Where it's not it's no comedies. In fact, like you're getting like your American Sniper movie out or your Grand Budapest Hotel, any of those movies, they're coming out, and the interview is going to be there, but then you have The Hobbit, that shit gonna be gone within like a week or so within the next week after, because I think The Hobbit was like number one for like 2 or 3 weeks prior to that.
That was funny. James Franco kept making Lord of the Rings references.
I do like that. Yeah, I gotta say, Seth Rogen, I thought he was okay.
He's always okay, though. He's dead weight. Like I said, he's completely replaceable. You could have put any other actor in there, and the movie would have done fine because he wasn't really, I don't know, like there's just no impression there as far as his character goes. The one that you really fall in love with, I think number one, is the puppy that James Franco gets, and number two, James Franco.
I gotta say, like, James, like I said, like when I saw like James Franco and like his entire character, like I was so loving it. Like at the first half, the second half, I thought he picked up a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
I agree with you. Like in the very beginning, I like wasn't really sure what to think. Oh, I didn't know what he was going for. But after a while, like I love James Franco. I think he's adorable. He's so, oh, I love him. But
What do you think of Kim Jong?
about that character,
Yeah.
see, unlike you, I actually agree with kind of the way that they did it. I thought it was fine. I don't think the movie was ever going to be that great to begin with. But I think, I guess for the purpose of the type of movie it was going for, I think, yeah, he probably should have been more over the top just because of the type of movie it is. If it was a different type of movie, if it were, the vibe I'm getting from this movie is that it tries to be not serious, but it's not trying to be a complete joke, but it is a complete joke.
It's just that, just a complete joke.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that's what they were going for. And I don't know what they were thinking.
They got high. Seth Rogen like, hey, let's get high, James Franco.
But yeah, I mean,
buddy, let's get high.
I watched this movie and then at the end I saw the credits and I see story by Seth Rogen and two other names. Director Seth Rogen and two other names. Producer Seth Rogen and two other names. And I saw James Franco was an executive producer. And I just thought, well, damn, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, like, I was already thinking before, like, the credits even rolled that this was just Seth Rogen trying to do his own 21 Jump Street. But when I saw he actually did create the story, I was like, how was I so right?
See, I was not getting that whole 21 Jump Street kind of vibe because, like, that movie is just a big saturation of his own original, where like it was his own source material from. Like it was pretty nothing like that. It just a satire of his own joke. Even like 22nd Jump Street, that's an entire saturation of the kind of first movie. And the fact that he's making fun of it, just like what, we're gonna do like many of his sequels. What, we're gonna make fun of our own movie. Like this is pretty much the exact same plot, but we're gonna make fun of it because of the fact it had the exact same plot. This movie, like it is more of a straightforward kind of a comedy, and that's it. I don't think it's trying to be like 21 Jump Street, in my humble opinion. That's what I think. Like,
That's funny because when we just started this podcast, you said I agree.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh wow. No.
Let's rewind it.
We can't. I guess if you know what. I don't know.
Make up your mind.
Yeah.
Choose a side.
Okay. Well, oh, in some ways, in some, okay, I fucked up. God damn it. I'll be like, what? I can't take it seriously anymore. It'll be okay.
Alright, I called you on.
Okay, I fucked up. Okay, now do I truly think like this 21 Jump Street? Well, okay, in some ways it kind of is like 21 Jump Street ish.
I'm saying you get that kind of vibe. Obviously, it's not parallel
Okay,
to it,
yeah.
but you get the vibe that.
Okay, now I agree. But I don't think that Seth Rogen was trying to like, what you want to hear? Fuck you. I made you. I'll destroy you.
Well, I'm saying that's what it feels like. I'm not saying that's like what actually happened. It could have been, but who knows? I'm just talking shit, but that's what it feels like. It feels like, Seth Rogen is trying to be something better than what he is, and he's not.
See, I think you're just talking mad shit because you hate Seth Rogen.
It's not that I hate him, I just think he's dead weight, and there's a difference with that.
I guess. It still sounds like,
I just find him completely useless.
Still sounds like you're saying, well, fuck you, Seth Rogen. Okay, bye.
I just don't think he's funny.
Fuck that funny fuck.
I think there are plenty of YouTubers out there that could wipe the floor with him. He's just not that special. Now, me and Chris have been having this discussion because I just started watching Freaks and Geeks, and if you don't know, Seth Rogen and James Franco are both on that show. And it just feels like
He's just there.
well, yeah, he's dead weight on that show too, but it just feels like James Franco just brought him up to the top with him. James Franco started getting famous and then he helped out Seth Rogen. That's what it feels like. It feels like he wouldn't have been famous otherwise. He wouldn't have gotten a chance otherwise because he's not special. He's not funny. He's just a blob.
I guess. I don't know. I cannot full on agree what your statement is, but you know what? I guess maybe because I think it's not really James Franco that helped. I think guys like Judd Apatow and those crew from Freaks and Geeks and Undeclared and like even when they gonna did like the 40-year-old virgin and Anchorman. I think those are the guys that say, you know what? Let's bring like guys like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and what have you, and keep building them up. And now they still kind of continue doing what they've been doing.
And I hate them for building them up because they suck.
Hey, without them, there would be no James Franco.
That's not true.
How do you know?
Spider-Man, hello.
But at the same time, without Freaks
and do you see what he looks like? Have you seen James Franco? Have you seen that goofy little smile? See, he agrees.
No, I don't agree.
He's just afraid to agree.
No.
But he fully agrees.
No, putting words in my mouth, woman.
You said, I guess, which means you're right.
No.
I don't want to say that you're right, but you're so right.
No. That's me
you
saying.
was right as hell.
Now you're taking this entire, like, me just saying, I guess, and now you're just building up, and now you just metaphorically going, like, you know what, that's him, you're saying. Just saying, I'm right. That I am the alpha female in this entire relationship.
No, I'm just saying you're agreeing with me.
You know what? I'm not saying no.
Oh, so now you don't agree.
I don't agree.
Now you're just trying to be rebellious.
Yes. Just to show you.
You see people he has a problem with telling me I'm right.
No,
He's afraid to say that I'm actually right about something. But see, you can tell he actually thinks that I'm right. The only reason why he's disagreeing with me now is to prove me wrong.
No, see, that's entirely untrue. Okay, for the most part, you're right. Just to be a little rebellious, but I'm just saying I guess because I just want to say it. I guess it's like I guess like I don't know like I still feel like without Freaks and Geeks, what only like James Franco and Seth Rogen and who's the other dude?
Jason Segel, which I love him too. He's awesome. He's adorable.
I would say without that show, I think they wouldn't be where they are today. Because I'm actually want to say that James Franco, like they probably could have like had somebody else.
I don't think that's true because that show only had one season. It's not like it's so very popular.
But still, like at least.
And that's complete bullshit because look at Dawson's Creek. How many people how many girls and gay guys did not wet their panties for James Vanderbeek. And he's around, but he is nowhere near like really famous, you know?
Well,
He's always gonna be Dawson.
well,
But these people, they have actually made careers for themselves and have been pretty damn successful.
well, to be at least kind of fair with that, like TV is not how it is right now compared to like around the '90s, whatever. Because yeah, like
Okay, but Dawson's Creek was in the 90s.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is just because I don't think that any TV show will attribute, especially Freaks and Geeks, I don't think it's possible for that to attribute to these people actually having good careers. It's the actors themselves, and it's also who you know, because that's just the world we live in right now. Eh,
Well, TV is kind of fair with Freaks and Geeks. You know, I don't know who James Franco is, like his character name on Freaks and Geeks, but I just now know him as just James Franco. Yo,
what's your point?
I think I had a point there. Give me a second. Well, see, the point I'm trying to make is that, like, yeah, someone like Dawson's Creek, like James Bannock, what have you, like, his career didn't take him like nowhere. But someone like Katie Holmes, like, made it out of that entire show. Although when you have seen her,
But I'm saying, like, it's not because she was in Dawson's Creek. It's because of her as an actress. All I'm trying to say is that you can be in a TV show, you can be this and this or that, but that's not going to determine how successful your career is.
now it's getting it. It's all kind of depending. It kind of is, like, if I could, like, someone like,
But why do you say that Freaks and Geeks is what made their careers?
I don't know. I just want to, I want to sound smart. Can I sound it smarted? I don't know. I mean, technically, like, they needed some kind of high point to that, and that could be the high point. I'm not too sure. Like, I'm just giving a relatively guess because yeah, like at least someone like Seth Rogen and Jason Segel, they may probably like owe their entire lives to that show because of the fact they got introduced someone to like Judd Apatow and those crew that like went on to make like the 40-year-old version, Knocked Up, and other movies that like spawn up into those to everything else later on. They probably owe their the entire existence just for that one show. Say of the fact like thank God for this show because if I wouldn't have met these people and like we have this entire the bonding it,
So you're saying it's not the show, it's the people that they met.
it's both. I want to say it's both the show and the people they met.
See, it sounds to me like you're saying it's the people they met. Because if you said if they would have never done the show, they would have never met these people or bonded. And see, that's my point. Okay?
But
these people gave Seth Rogen a chance, and he would have been nothing without them. Okay? He's dead weight. Okay? And the only reason why he is where he is because he knows the people he knows.
But that's right now.
Damn him for that.
But see, that was kind of getting it. Without that particular show, they still wouldn't have not gone anywhere. As much as it's the people.
But it has nothing to do with talent. And all I'm saying is that Seth Rogen is talentless. That's so hard. Can't you just give that one to me?
I'll give you that one.
You? Thank you.
I'll give you that one. Like, he's just okay. Like, I think his whole thing of him being him is like kind of over now.
Yeah, it is. I think people are over him. That's kind of my point. There's so many people that want to be famous, and sometimes it's just a matter of luck, a matter of knowing certain people to kind of bring you up to that next level. And I think it's pretty damn sad to have had someone like him make it up the ladder. That's what kind of annoys me because I just don't see the appeal of him. I don't see anything special about him, and there's probably someone else, that could have been Seth Rogen or been where he was,
Do you smoke pot?
No.
Oh, there you go. That's the only reason why they appeal. Okay, he smokes pot. And people who smoke pot, they give him that chance. It's like, yeah, he's our hero. He is the dude that represents us. That's the people who smoke pot, the pothead, that's their champion, yo.
How many people smoke pot, though?
I don't know.
Say, how many actors? What about Snoop Dogg? You don't need to look to Seth Rogen
Well, I guess.
to be like he's our god. No, he's just a fat loser.
And also, James
No
Frank.
offense to fat people, because I'm fat myself. Go fatties. But I'm just saying, he's a loser. Fatties rule the world.
Paper Girl, I'm not. Paper Girl, you somehow think that like, oh, I'm the one who point. I didn't point out as a hero. All that part has made it the hero. As much as you think, like who determined that I didn't, and everybody else did, not me.
Not everybody else.
Okay, then
James Franco.
he's not a pothead
And
too.
the other dude. But see, James Franco actually has talent. James Franco is actually noteworthy. Okay, that's the only reason why the movie was even semi-good, because of James Franco.
I think somehow we were talking about the movie, then we went the entire other subject about this. I love doing this because we can just somehow go into a complete fucking circle and be like, I think we should talk about the movie.
What's really to say about the movie? I think within the first 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, we already said what needed to be said. There's not much to say about this movie. It just kind of is what it is.
I know. I wonder about
But
that.
sure, let's.
Because it is true. Because we just spitballing here at this point of the fact there's really not much to talk about this entire movie. Like it's just a straightforward comedy of the fact, like it has Seth Rogen, it had James Franco, and you can take it as it is, and there you go. Otherwise, we almost got into war with North Korea. Although I guess I'm trying to think, like, although each time they just kept on saying we're gonna blow up, North America, blah, 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 blah. And
All
I'm
right,
thinking it's just a
so-
racist joke.
Let's rate the movie then.
I want to say watch it during sex, so that way you can get to the second half and skip like the first half of it.
Or skip the first few minutes.
But see, that's where you have sex because
Okay.
Oh, I see what you got there. Ah.
Yeah, they probably won't even make it past the credits. But okay. So I'm gonna give this a watch ASAP.
Really?
Yes.
That high?
Number one, it's our right to watch this movie, and we shouldn't let any country threaten us over a fucking movie. So it's your God-given right as a United States citizen to watch this fucking movie, and I think you should watch it just because you have the right to. And the reason why I'm also giving it a high rating is because of James Franco. It is an interesting movie because of him. It is pretty entertaining. It's not the best movie, but I wouldn't say it's like a bad movie either.
I want to say something. Okay, what do you say about like the whole thing of like their country kind of threatening our country? And I want to see to be these kind of not clear, but like I just want to say like, well, pretty much the entire movie is basically about like us Americans going over to North Korea to go and assassinate their own leader. Whether okay, let's kind of get off the table the fact he's a good or bad leader whatsoever. Let's get it out of the way. Of the fact we have made a movie, and yeah, pretty much in the United States we're the free and whatnot, and we have the free right to make a movie about us going to North Korea and assassinate their own leader. How would you feel if like not North Korea, but like any other country, they make I don't want to say a kind of similar movie to for them to kill like our president of the United States, and like of they probably get like some kind of black dude where maybe he kind of looks like President Obama. I don't know. Like, how would you feel about that?
I would expect nothing less from them because people hate Americans, and it's just a fact that we have to live with every day. That's just how the world is. Nobody likes us. Boo hoo. Like, I'm sure people have those types of thoughts in other countries all the time. I'm sure some Americans even have thoughts about killing the president. Like,
And the racist.
that's no, I mean, it doesn't have to be that. Just people have strong opinions, and Some people, I know a lot of people don't like our president, and it's just an opinion though, and it's just a movie, and if they are threatening us, it's just because of pride. It's like you said, Seth Rogen and James Franco are potheads. So two potheads make a movie about killing a leader, a dictator. So what? They're fucking potheads.
Yeah, for us, we can just say that. But like I said, like how we feel like, if somebody else, would kind of make this same exact movie.
Like I said, it's just how it is. It's just a movie. Is it offensive? Yeah, it's offensive, but people say and do offensive shit all the time. People make offensive movies all the time. And I admit it's kind of a serious subject matter, but it's still just a movie. It has nothing to do with reality, and I would say it kind of makes our country look fucked up too. If you really watch the movie, you know that our government wants to kill the leader, and it's even said, oh, that's what Americans do, that's how they handle things. That makes our government look bad. Like we just want to nose in on every country and kill them, but that's how people see us, and that this movie doesn't help that image. But it's a fucking movie. I mean, I don't think it made anybody look particularly good.
Indeed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Dr. Netflix. Why you give me that entire smile looking like?
Because you have nothing to say about that?
Oh, I don't know. Bullshit.
Everything I said is bullshit?
No, you're right. I do agree upon that. Like, but that's how I kind of feel. Like, with whatever movie that comes out, like, that's how I feel. Like, a movie just a movie. Technically, you don't have to watch the movie. Be like, whatever, blah. People do have the right to kind of do that. Like, if you don't want to watch Twilight, you don't watch Twilight. If you don't want to watch the whatever Transformer movie, you don't have to. You know, but at the same time, be kind of hyperbolic about like whatever movie, like or hyperbolic about whatever show, of the fact you're going like, oh, what people say, what, you're an idiot. How dare you now watch this show or movie because it's the greatest show, whatever. Oh my god, it gave me such an orgasm, blah, or like what, or the fact you bad mouth of show or movie, like what, you're a fucking idiot. Mm. That's how I feel about with whatever. It's just with whatever thing. It's like I don't exactly have to watch anything unless if I'm. So what? If I say to myself, it looks interesting, I want to watch it. I'm gonna be depending of how the movie goes, I could be extremely pissed off and be like, man, this movie sucks because of didn't have too much talking or what have you. Just it had really dumb shit in it. Or I thought it could be really good, like, wow, it's a really amazing movie. Either way it goes. Will I be all hyperbolic about it? Like, no, I'll be like, should watch it, I guess. I don't know. Like, depending.
Well, you might be excited about it, but the point is, if someone doesn't want to watch it or someone doesn't like it, you're not going to call that person an idiot or nothing. Just like, you know, I know that I probably completely over attacked Seth Rogen today, but
You absolutely did it.
but for anyone that does like him, I don't, that's your problem. I don't really care if you like him or don't like him. That's just the way that I feel about him. But I have nothing against people that actually think that he's entertaining. I just don't get it.
Okay, that's cool. I'm just like, it's whatever. Like, I think is when he was like the kind of like that kind of character of him being like a still not character. I thought he was funny, but past that, he just there's no other movie that make him like more than what he is.
So you're trying to say he doesn't really have talent. He's just Seth Rogen, and that itself makes him interesting to watch
Yeah,
in those particular types of movies.
yeah. But like I said, that's the way I get to maybe feel about it. It's not like Channing Tatum, where like I can see why women like him.
Uh huh.
And I see what he does have some. He is a pretty funny dude. So there's more to this guy than just a good looking face.
He's amazing. And James Franco is amazing too. He's an awesome actor.
I would hang out with James Franco. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
You know, of the fact
But if it meant hanging out with Seth Rogen, I'd pass.
I would chill with both of them. But although, like, I just, of the fact, like,
I would probably be like, man, Seth Rogen, shut the fuck up.
but what if Seth Rogen is actually a really cool person?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. If that's how he really is, like he is in his movies, I would just think he's a fucking idiot.
Oh, and well, what I just realized because I give you that deep analytical electrical analytical
Analytical.
not analytical intelligent question.
What the fuck? You struggled that much to say
No, well, no, I'm trying to think of the other word, and I know for a fact people are screaming at me. Brain fart. Blah, 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 blah. How would I feel like another country did the same thing to us? Well, it's a movie. That's all. Like, I mean, that's easy for me to say. I guess depending on the whole entire subject matter of it, would it be so damn offensive, to us up to a point? Like, well, ain't that what movies are supposed to be like? Like, some movies could be offensive no matter what to some certain point or what have you. Like, a movie could be just a horror movie where, you have like a flesh eating ghoul just eating people, and that could be just offensive to you. Like, it kind of, well, not offensive, but the fact that you just, in shock and horror, and like maybe it does kind of offend you in some kind of way to some point. I don't know why it would offend you, but maybe it would. You could have a movie about a black sheriff during the Western. It'd be an entire satire and also a sort of a parody of, well, those Western kind of movies. The fact, of the big fact they have a black sheriff within this movie. Or you can have a drama and it's a biography movie about Hitler. You can have that too. It's so many different things, and I at some certain point.
Yeah, how many Nazis were probably offended by Inglourious Bastards? That's not what happened! That's not what fucking happened! Fuck you, Americans! Always trying to look good!
Well, we didn't put nobody in the concentration camp or put in an oven. Hi-oh. Yeah, I went there. I went there.
But we'd love to hear what you guys think, so make sure to comment below. Let's have a conversation about this.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. The button right over there. You see that fucking button? Push it, goddammit. If you want to send me emails, you can send me through here on YouTube, or if you want to send me whatever email in my email account is glchris21@yahoo.com, or you can find me on Twitter and you can just follow me there. I guess. Sometimes I have something interesting. I need to come up with new hashtags. I need to do that. What should my hashtag to be? And also, you can also find me on Facebook, Christian Alonso, with an S, not a Z, in case. Yeah. Can I find you anywhere, Beppa Girl? Do you have any Instagrams or Twitters? You guys some tweets
You
going on?
ask me that every time.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I want to be like, you know what? You can follow me here.
I don't think anyone want to follow me.
How do you know? You're very interesting.
Nah. Anyway, so we hope you enjoyed the podcast. Comment below.
I'm trying to think how to sign us out with something. See, it's a whole new year, and we have nothing else to say except America.
Fuck yeah.
America. America. Fuck yeah. Yeah.